What's up, dickheads? Today I just want to address something about this channel and my name and me that I think a lot of you guys keep bringing up, and I want to clarify it because it's getting a little bit of, I don't know, annoying might be the word? I don't know. But, you know, when you guys ask stuff and want to know things, I tend to want to tell you. So, the big question on this channel has been, how is your name Redhead Redemption if you still, like, tell sex stories and porn stories and, oh, fuck, you're even building a porn company? That doesn't sound very redeeming. Number one, it's a brand. It's a name that has a good ring to it and was fitting. It's not like in my head I'm like, oh, I'm seeking salvation from the public and the spiritual whoever and whatever by naming myself this and you know, redeeming myself through my YouTube channel. Like, that wasn't the idea I had in mind when I first named myself Redhead Redemption. Number two, my hair is red, okay? Like, so that's the redhead part. So stop asking why my name's Redhead Redemption. It's fucking red. It's red, okay? This is called auburn, all right? It looks like literally fire in the fucking sun. It is goddamn red. I'm sorry if it doesn't meet your expectations of redheaded gingerness, all right? So that's that. But I want to talk a little bit about this redemption thing because I want it to be more clear about why I named myself this and what it is that I feel I'm redeeming, and maybe that'll give you guys a little bit more of a concept of kind of like where I'm coming from with why I'm here and what I'm trying to accomplish and why I make the videos I do and say the things I do and don't seem that what's the word, ashamed of anything I've done in my life. Not that I'm not ashamed of anything, but instead of having regrets, I try to have lessons and life experiences. So I would say some things I might quote unquote regret or wish I'd done differently, I still value because they inform my future actions. Everything's just a big ass gray area to me. So here's what happened when I went to porn. As a lot of you have gotten to know me, you've learned about me that you know, I'm a nerd, I'm a big gamer. I've been doing it since I was a really little kid. I'm a little brainy in some senses, and I like, you know, intellectual stuff. And to a lot of people that seems contradictory to also having been a porn star, and I have had these escorting experiences, and I was a stripper and all this stuff. So, you know, I'm a walking contradiction, I guess, but I take issue with stereotypes like that because I've met so many girls in those types of jobs that would, I think, surprise most people to learn how they really are. So I don't feel that I'm like redeeming myself from all those experiences. I think a lot of them have informed my life in a lot of really positive ways and negative ways, but you know, whatever, it's life. The biggest thing when I started this channel and why I liked the name Redemption so much was I was actually redeeming myself in my mind from the brand that I had created for myself or had been imposed upon me when I was in porn. It's really weird for like the public to know you as one thing and be completely another in your mind, heart, spirit, like whatever. So, you know, a lot of you guys, I'm not going to go into the whole story here, a lot of you guys already know, but the way I entered porn from the Wall Street porn star thing was beneficial in a lot of ways, but the negative thing is that it positioned me as this sort of like, I don't know, businessy, bitchy, New York bitch thing. And even the name itself, like Veronica Vane, I really should have rethought that because I think I named myself Veronica Vane because I liked the name, but I didn't necessarily think through whether it really represented me. And I think porn might have looked a lot different for me in a lot of ways if I had come in as Paige, because Paige is a bit more, as you know, like relatable and personal and humorous, you know, stuff like that, right? And Veronica Vane just doesn't speak to that. And as a result, that's another reason I was positioned as a lot older in porn. The name, the brand, the business stuff, it all seemed older, milfier, whatever. And I tried to go with it in porn, you know, I tried to leverage it, but it was really hard. It was really hard to like show a lot of facets of myself that I wanted to show that I preferred to brand. I didn't like being known as the way I was being portrayed. And, you know, porn only exacerbated that image to a large degree. Not every degree. There was plenty of scenes where I got to be more myself or show different parts of myself or something, but a lot of the scenes I did were very milfy and businessy and put me in like power positions and whatever. And don't get me wrong, okay, I can be a boss ass bitch, but I'm more of like a boss ass bitch in Converse. I don't approach it the way you would think. I don't know if any of you guys watch Suits, but like I'm not Jessica Pearson. I'm more like, I don't know, Silicon Valley techpreneur type of person. A big motivation when I started this channel was to completely pivot away from that brand, the brand that I had experienced in the media and the brand that porn had exacerbated and caked makeup on my face in a lot of ways to make me look a lot older. I wear a decent amount of makeup in videos, but like it's nothing like it was in porn, you know? There were other problems that that brand brought me, not just from the standpoint of how like the media portrayed me and like the kinds of things people would say they followed me for and like why they thought I was cool. I was very like, oh, well, you like me for reasons that that's completely not me, you know? But beyond that, even the brand Veronica Vane and the Wall Street porn star and all that stuff kind of hurt me in porn, if I'm being honest. It's not as approachable a name as Ashley Taylor is or something, you know? It's like, it's a name that has a little bit of baggage, I think. And I think a lot of porn people thought. And then that coupled with the way I entered porn and the business stuff and, you know, types of rumors that would be said about me. I am no way, shape, or form any kind of like diva. I'm easygoing. Oh shit, look, you can see all the red in my fucking hair. The sunlight's hitting it. Oh man, I kind of want to take my hair down here. Oh, look at that. Look at all the red hair. Look at the red hair, you fuckers. Redhead redemption, bitch. Okay, it's auburn. It turns red. Very, very red in the light. It just looks brown in other light. I don't know why. But anyway. Redhead redemption, everybody. Fuck. Where was I? Rambling is where I was. So as a result, you know, I can't tell you. It's like almost every single set that I went on in porn. Every time I was on like a new set, new director, new producer, new performer, or whatever, people would tell me almost every single time, you're not how I expected you to be. They were like, man, you're a lot more easygoing. Like everyone says you're a bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like that is so unfair. It was so maddening. And the thing is like, I don't care what people think, but in some positions in your life, you depend on what people think, even if you hate it and you don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? And this was an example of that. You know, I was trying to, you know, be a well-known porn star and a porn entrepreneur starting a porn company. I really wanted to get along with everybody and like know everybody and be cool with people and stuff. And I rarely got the chance because there was just all this preconception and baggage from my perspective. Like, I can't tell you, like people would tell me they've heard so many rumors and I'm like, I haven't met that many fucking people. Like I haven't been around that much, that often, you know, how does anyone give a fuck about me, right? So I'm just kind of coming a little vulnerable with like, these are some parts of my experiences in porn. I don't know, like I find it very hard to believe that I'm that much of a cunt and that unlikable, but then I can start a YouTube channel and get over 100,000 of you in a year. So I think I tried to consider like maybe I am a cunt, maybe I am a bitch, maybe I am doing something wrong here. Even when I would try, it was like I still couldn't do anything right. You know what I'm saying? So this and many other reasons is why I, you know, quit performing. I've done whole videos on why I quit performing, and don't get me wrong, like I think I could have stuck with it and over time changed people's perceptions and, you know, whatever. But as I've said in other videos, I didn't want to be like a porn star, you know? I just figured out that it's like, maybe not the best thing for me, even though I greatly valued the experience. And I still greatly value the experience. And I could not be building Bang Box, whatever we're gonna call it right now, without the experience. I apologize if this is like the worst lit video you've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to force myself to make more videos, so I'm sorry. So sometimes production quality is just not gonna be there. So a big motivation for me to make a YouTube channel was I really wanted to brand myself differently and position myself differently, and I didn't want to necessarily give up on I don't know, followers or I don't know what you call it, I guess followers on like social media and stuff. I didn't want to just delete my social accounts and like start from nothing, so I just renamed them, came up with a brand and sort of a semi-direction for how I wanted to portray myself, which was just genuine. I just wanted to be me without having to be something else. And so to me, long story short, like that was the redemption. I was redeeming myself from being pigeonholed. I was redeeming my name, my persona, my individuality, like because it really wore on me. I really didn't like how overnight I was this brand that I didn't actually make for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really bothered me, because obviously when you do something like porn, you can't come back from that in a lot of ways. Like, obviously you can come back from it in this kind of way and whatever, but people say, oh, just go on the DL and go work for somebody, and you know, just delete all your accounts and it'll be fine. I'm like, yeah, it could have if I actually wanted to be that motherfucker who works a 9 to 5, but I don't. I wanted to work for myself, and the thing is in this day and age, if you want to work for yourself, it's really good if you have a lot of followers to sell shit to and talk to and build upon, if you're trying to build something for yourself, like a company. You know, companies need exposure. So I didn't want to give up my exposure, because I knew I wanted to start a company. So obviously that kind of goes hand in hand. So that's why it really bothered me that I you know, was so mispositioned, and I didn't want to just quit it all together and just disappear. I wanted to be me. I thought I was all right, you know? I thought I was like not that, and I thought I was a lot more likable than all that bullshit. So that's why I named myself Redhead Redemption, because there's a major aspect of me that is being a redhead, obviously, as you can see from the glowing sunlight coming on in here, okay? And because I wanted to redeem my brand. That's really what it is. That's why it's called Redhead Redemption. The brand is inherently a brand redemption, so to speak. So I'm sorry if this is like a weird video, like a little bit of a rambly, stupid video. I'm sorry, but I wanted to make that clear, and I wanted to make sure that people aren't reading into redemption as being like, I'm ashamed of myself for what I've done in my life, because I guess that would seem kind of contradictory with how I take the channel. Like, I do talk a lot about sexual things and porn things and whatnot. So it probably seems like, well, you're not redeeming yourself. Well, I'm not trying to do that. I don't have a problem talking about porn and sex, and I want to go back to the porn business to make it better or help make it better or something. In no way am I trying to sort of like shame anybody from the sex industry or who's done sexual-ish things. I'm not ashamed of myself. There are some things I wish I hadn't done, absolutely. I do have some regrets, but overall, having done all of it, sitting here now today, being happy and healthy and engaged and all this stuff, I don't regret it. All I can say is I'm a very resilient person, but I can see how like lots of women, honestly, the only reason anybody would feel the need to redeem themselves from this kind of behavior is because of just all this bullshit expectations people put on us, like on girls and whatever. Like, if people weren't so fucking rude about women who sleep with like more than a fucking handful of men in their life, nobody would have a problem. Nobody would read into redemption from what I've been doing and think it's because I regret doing porn and whatever. You know, I just think all of that is just garbage. Fuck that shit. We're all people. We've all done dumb shit. We've all, like, you know, regretted something. And the people who haven't, I'm sorry, are fucking boring. All right? Like, they just are. The people who haven't done anything particularly bad and anything particularly like, oh, wow, I can't believe you did that. And those kind of people, like, y'all should get out more. Because there's a whole world out there. I'm sorry for a little rambly vlog. This is a rambly vlog with bad lighting. I hope you still like me and forgive me. But yeah, this is the origin of my name, Redhead Redemption. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thanks for listening to my motherfucking face. Bye.